Hello Begali fans, Pete G0PNM here, and I'm back with another video, much anticipated, and I've had a few comments about this one, so I thought it was about time that I got it on the bench and did a quick review for you. This one is like the Leonessa. It is a dual personality key, and it's one that I've been looking forward to having a play with as well. So you know what key it is from the thumbnail. So today we are talking about the Sculpture Janus. So here it is in all its glory. The Sculpture Janus. As I mentioned, it's a dual personality key, and you can use it as a single paddle or twin. So dimensions from front to back, it is 100 millimeters. From left to right, it is about 79 millimeters, and the height is about 55 millimeters. As for the weight, we don't have that, so as I've done in previous videos, and I do apologize for the shaking of the camera, what we'll do is we'll get my little gram meter, and let's see how heavy it weighs. There you go, 1.522 kilograms, 1,552 grams. So it's quite a heavy weight key. So let's get that out of the way. You'll see it's made in the same style as the Sculpture Arrow, the Sculpture Swing. It's got this wonderful stainless steel base with the chamfered edges, particular of that family, and comes pre-wired, as you can see from the socket on the base, so you just have to plug it in. Interestingly, it has this rubber gasket around the edge, which gives you far greater friction on the workspace compared to the four corners. I think the feet over time can go a little bit hard, becoming a little bit slippery, but these are very, very sticky indeed. So if you're looking for a key that's not going to move, then this is the option that you want to look at. Nicely wired as well, nicely soldered. So there we go. So let's stick it on the turntable, give you a 360-degree view, and then as before we'll plug it in and see if we can actually use it on air in a contact, and I'll give you some more information on the key shortly. Janus was the god of beginnings and transitions in Roman mythology, and presided over passages, doors, gates, and endings, as well as in transitional periods such as from war to peace. He was usually depicted as having two faces looking in opposite directions, one towards the past and the other towards the future. If you've seen my video on the Begali Leonessa, this is a very similar setup. except that the adjustment screw to turn it from iambic to single paddle is behind the contact posts. Another interesting feature of this key is that the left hand post is the control for the right hand contact spacing, and the right hand post is the control for the left hand contact spacing. You can just see that on the top one there. The adjustment screw goes to this raised portion on the left hand paddle. And adjusting this key, at the moment I have it in single paddle mode, as you can see. I've got the contacts quite fine, so it's, once you have it set up for you, it's perfect. But as I'm doing it for demonstration purposes, I don't really have the time to actually finally nail it down. But you can see that I can squeeze the paddles together and you get nothing. And but if you, this screw here is the one that you use to make that adjustment. And unlike the Leonessa, I think, thinking back, this one has an extra collar which you can screw up, and it maintains your setting. So what I'll do, so I can use the key because I want to use it in iambic mode, or I want to use it in twin paddle mode, for the purists, I will undo this screw and I'll leave it in iambic mode. So as in the last couple of videos, you've noticed that I've been using the callsign G4FOC instead of my own callsign G0PNM. This is because G4FOC is the club callsign of the First Class CW Operators Club, of which I'm currently president. And as the FOC Club's marathon is held in February, which is when I'm filming this video, I get to use the club callsign for the whole of the month. So I've been using G4FOC. So that's the callsign I'm going to be using again today. Also, there's a contest on this weekend, which is typical. So I've had to tune away from one of the normal bands and look for somewhere on a WARC band. So I'm currently on 17 meters, and there's quite a lot of activity on here. So let's see if we can't have a contact or two. So I'm on 18.086, and I'll give a QRL and then see if we can give a call out. Nobody there, so let's go. There is somebody calling just a little bit further at the band. He's a very solid 5 and 7 with me. And he's given me a 5 and 9. Name of Zolly. So here you can see the sculpture on the right and the Leonessa on the left. Now that I've got them both together, I can see that they work in even more of a similar way than I thought before, in the fact that the contact adjustments on both keys work on opposite sides. So the right hand adjustment is the adjustment for the left hand paddle, and you can see it making contact just here, and the same goes for the sculpture. The right hand contact adjustment adjusts the left hand paddle. The left hand adjustment goes through a hole and adjusts the right hand paddle. Same goes for the Sculpture Janus. The left hand paddle is adjusted, the right hand paddle is adjusted by the left hand post. It goes through a hole. Actually, let me see if I can show you. There you go. It goes through and actually makes contact with the right hand just there. Pretty good. The only other differences that I can see in the way that it works is that on the Begali Leonessa, the adjustment is maintained by putting force on the threads. In other words, having a spring tension there. On the Sculpture Janus, you have a locking collar, which you screw down to maintain your adjustment. Otherwise, I would say that they operate in exactly the same way. They do look a little bit different, and that's mainly down to these having paddles which are separate mechanically from the arms. These are screwed on, whereas the Janus, they're one-piece aluminium. They're also flared, so if you like a slightly wider, you can use the edges, or you can use slightly inner if you prefer closer. But it is also adjustable at the back, as is the Leonessa. It has this oval post which you can rotate and adjust the width of the paddles like you can with the sculpture. I didn't mention that in my previous video on the Begali Leonessa. So there it is. That's the differences between the two. So there we are, the Sculpture Janus and the Begali Leonessa. Two wonderful keys, and I've really enjoyed having them in the shack. That's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. If you like what you see, please consider liking the video, subscribing, clicking the notification bell, and I would welcome any comments down below. So I look forward to reading those. And the next video, which I'm going to shoot immediately after this one, will be on the last one I have from the factory on this run, which is the Signature Gold. So I look forward to doing that one, and I hope you will take the time to watch that one as well. That will be, I cannot believe I'm saying this, but that will be episode 21. Episode 21. I've done 21 Begali review videos, or I will have once I've done that one. So thanks everybody for taking the time to watch. I'm hoping that there will be more videos coming up in the future. I'm going to speak to Bruna again and get her to send me some more once I've sent these back. So keep watching the channel, and I appreciate your support very much. So until next time, if you QRV, I might see you on the bands. Take care. The key in this video has been kindly loaned by Bruna and Piero Begali. Why not visit their website at www.i2rtf.com.